Hey everybody, this is Threshold Training's at-home workout for Tuesday, April 7th, 2020. We have one big long workout to do. It's interval style, so it involves work, rest, work, rest. So we're going to be able to raise the intensity a little bit on this workout. So I'm going to bring you guys close so you can write it down and have the chance to pause the video while you can see all the words. There's lots of different parts here. So let's go over it. You are going to start out on B1. You're going to do 2 rounds of B1 before you end up going to C1 through C4. So what's going to happen is you do 2 rounds of a 400-meter run or 500-meter row, okay, with a 1-minute active recovery walk in between. So I'm doing my 400-meter run, I'm done, I know the time, and then from that time you finish to 1 minute later, you're doing your recovery walk. Okay? We're looking for probably about 90 seconds to 2.5 minutes worth of work. It just depends on how fast you go and whether you row, run, or if you bike. Okay, if you bike and you can record meters, I would say probably 1,000 to 1,500 meters would probably be doable, or they would satisfy what we're looking for. So you do 2 rounds, 400-meter run, 1 minute walk recovery, and then repeat that over again. So another 400-meter run or 500-meter row or bike, and then another 1 minute active recovery. So again, going through twice, we're looking for a consistent pace. So something that you can repeat, but that is going to be challenging because the rest isn't long enough for you to recover fully. So that second interval is going to be even more challenging than the first one. But it doesn't mean you slow down on the first one just because you want to try to do a lot better on the second one. Okay, go out fast, go out at a challenging pace, and see if you can repeat that pace on the second interval. After your second 1 minute active recovery, you're going to take another 1 minute rest. So you're going to go right to C1, 1 minute rest and transition. You're going to transition into your space for C2. So you're going to have a space set up where you can do C2, which is 4 rounds for time of 14 V-ups or 10 toes to bar if you have a pull-up bar, and then 7 per leg of a dumbbell suitcase lunge. You're going to hold it in one arm. Right, so that's 7 per side, alternating legs. If you have a barbell, you can use a barbell, hold it in front rack position, and you're still going to do 7 per leg. You're just going to do it at a slightly heavier load than people would with a dumbbell. Your load is going to be 115/73 as prescribed, or you can scale that to 75/53. That's male, female weights. So for the V-ups, V-ups look like this, down on the ground. Hands are going to touch the toes and then come back. You can also do a tuck up if that's too challenging. So a tuck up is essentially knees to elbows and back down. Okay? Or if that's too challenging, we can go even further. We can just do 14 leg lifts, okay? Or 14 knees to chest, like so, or like so. Okay, so you can change to move it up however you like. You can also mix and match if you feel like your technique or your coordination between the V-up or tuck up deteriorates too much. You can make the movement a little bit easier. We're looking for all 14 reps to be done in a row. Okay, so we want to move through these pretty quickly. As you reach the 3rd and 4th rounds, it'll be more challenging to be able to do that. Okay, so you might need to take a brief rest, or I challenge you to really try to get all 14 in a row and really eke out those last 4 to 5 reps. For the lunges, if you're doing a dumbbell version, you will have a dumbbell by your side. You're going to alternate legs, so it doesn't matter which leg goes forward or back, because you're going to alternate. So I will perform my lunges like this. Hey, I am keeping an upright chest as I step forward. I'm making sure I take a big enough step, so that my knee is over my ankle, like so. If I take too small of a step, right, I have to go past right, my ankle or my toes, so much so that my heel comes up off the ground, and that really, really puts a lot of pressure on my knee. Not necessarily bad, but over time, right, we just tend to isolate and or bias the quad and not get much from the hips, okay, as we do that. So make sure we're taking a big enough step. As you step out, you are going then straight down to the floor and then right back up to standing. Once I'm done 7 alternating legs, I can then switch my arms. Same thing applies to the barbell. I'm in front rack position. You really need to make sure that our elbows are forward and up as we go so that the weight doesn't influence our chest position and then we're down here, okay? So those are the V-ups and the lunges. Once you're done 4 rounds for time, you're gonna go up to C3, that's a 2-minute rest. And then C4, you're gonna go through B1 through C2 again. So you'll start back at the 400-meter run, 500-meter row. You do that twice again. You're seeing if you can repeat the same time that took you to do the previous 2 intervals of the 400-meter run and 500-meter row. So in total, you end up doing the 400-meter run, 500-meter row, or bike 4 times throughout this workout. You will then take the same amount of active recovery, the same amount of rest, and then you'll do this 4 rounds of the V-ups and lunges one more time to finish out the workout. So, long workout, bit of a work rest, okay? Bring the intensity a little bit today and have fun with it. See if you can get outside.